This is Michigan Minute, uncovering the pioneering moments of the Great Lakes State. Welcome to Mayville, Michigan, Tuscola County's proud little village, where Main Street was once lined with brick storefronts, iron hitching posts, and the steady hum of commerce from horse-drawn wagons. By the early 1900s, Mayville had carved out its place in Michigan's thumb as a center for agriculture, trade, and rail travel. The brick hotel stood tall at the corner of town, its striped awnings and second-story balcony a clear signal of prosperity. It wasn't just a place for travelers to rest, it was a fixture of the community. So important, in fact, that a parade float proudly carried its name, with young women dressed in their finest seated beside draped horses and decorated wheels. Not far from there was Shay's Tavern. A snapshot from 1908 captures a massive gathering of men, boys, and dogs outside the building. They had assembled for a fox chase, a popular rural tradition that brought neighbors together in sport and fellowship. In the photo, the mood is one of excitement and grit. These weren't spectators. They were participants in the rhythms of country life. Just as important was the railroad. The Pere Marquette Depot in Mayville buzzed with activity. A crowd posed under the station's overhang, dressed in hats, coats, and Sunday best. This was the town's link to Saginaw, Detroit, and other cities that helped supply goods and carry away farm products. The railroad was more than a convenience. It was a lifeline. Mayville's economy was grounded in the land. A float labeled Mayville Products showed a wagon full of women and farm gear, a public celebration of local agriculture. Meanwhile, the town's grist mill stood sturdy and tall, converting local grain into flour, an essential stop in the farm-to-table cycle of the day. Downtown Mayville offered the essentials: meat markets, hardware stores, barber shops, and even a bicycle or two cutting through the dust of Fulton Street. Buildings from the 1890s still stood proud, signs in their windows advertising tools, paint, and fresh cuts of meat. Horses and wagons lined the street, and families filled the sidewalks. A bird's-eye photo of the town shows it all: tight-knit neighborhoods, churches with steeples, and the central business district laid out like a grid against the backdrop of open farmland. It was compact, it was busy, and it was quietly thriving. In the early 20th century, Mayville wasn't just a place on the map. It was a working town full of families, farmers, and shopkeepers doing their part to build something that would last. This has been Michigan Minute. Follow us for more bite-sized images of Michigan history.